Hello everyone, Kristen Brown here. I'm a relationship healing and self-worth recovery life coach and mentor, but I mostly focus on healing dysfunctional relationship patterns by bringing you guys new perceptions so that you can change the direction that you have been heading in life. And that's part of taking full and radical responsibility for our experience in this life, because we can't expect others to change. We have no power over there. We can only change ourselves. So in this episode, I would like to talk with you guys about sensitivity. Is your sensitivity affecting your relationships? So there are three types of sensitivity. The first type of sensitivity is a HSP, also known as a highly sensitive person. And I'm one of those. And what that means is that one or more of our senses, our five senses, are very sensitive. They pick up things, they feel things stronger, things affect us more. We could be more sensitive with smell. I have a very sensitive sniffer, so I can even smell preservatives in a food. I can smell MSG if it's in a food. We might be sensitive to sound. Lots of loud sound. I had a hard time as a child going to concerts. Everybody's loving it up and I just wanted to sit there like this. We can be sensitive to sight. We can be sensitive to too much bright lights, or, I have a light on top of me in my dining room that shines down. And it just like shines right in my eyes, and I sometimes wear a visor when I sit in the kitchen or in the dining room. So all of those types of things, any of your five senses. So touch, we can be sensitive to people banging into us or being too close to us. There's a lot of things that we can be sensitive with, and that's considered an HSP. But our bodies can also be sensitive. Like, I know people that can't take over-the-counter medication, are sensitive to alcohol, me, or has a sensitivity to preservatives, me. So there's the HSP, which is a highly sensitive person, and this is something about the way we are wired. We are literally wired this way. It is in our genetics. And when that comes up for us, then the key is to know that we have to be our own authority and know what works for us and what does not work for us. And we have to control the environment that we are in, because most of the times those things are highly offensive, for lack of a better word, and they will make us irritated or want to withdraw or want to sequester or seclude. So it's up to us to really know, what am I feeling in this moment? Okay? HSPs. The second one is an empath. I also call those energy readers. Now, I've not heard that been said by other people, but the word empath, I feel for me, is used a lot, and I think people misinterpret empath, which is one of the reasons why I'm making this video for you guys, because I want you to know that what the true definition of an empath is. So what the true definition of an empath is somebody who can pick up the energy of other people. And this can come with their moods. This could just come with their energy, like you feel a darkness or an extreme light around somebody. It could be picking up moods. You're all of a sudden you feel sad and you don't know why. All right? So being an empath means that we are highly in touch with energy. We're sensitive to energy, all kinds of energy. It can be energy from anything. And sometimes we interpret that energy in our body as our own. So let's say someone's extremely sad around us, and or it can even be somebody, don't discount them not being near you. I mean, if I'm feeling extreme sadness for someone, and I find out later that it's coming from somebody that I love and am very close to, but they're not with me at that moment, just all of a sudden I'm driving down the road and I feel sad, I'll say to myself, what am I sad about? And I'll investigate my thoughts, because I could have just had a sad thought. I will investigate my experiences. Did something just happen that was really sad in my life? Did I watch a movie? Did something come up? And if I'm like, yeah, there's nothing, then I say, God, if I am picking up on somebody else's sadness, please take this away. I'll be available if that person needs me, but I don't need to feel this. I will investigate who it is, but I don't need to feel this myself. Thank you for the information, though. And I'm always grateful because I don't want to get rid of my energy reading. I like it. It helps me. It helps me in life. It helped me navigate doing hair. I could literally sense things that were going on with my clients. I remember this one story. I had this brand new client, brand spanking new, never met her before in my life, and she is cool as a cucumber. In fact, she's a lawyer. And you know, lawyers, they're very steady. They have to be. And she's cool, and she's saying all the right things and give me all the right instructions, but she's just very, very cool. But all of a sudden, after 25 years of doing hair, when nerves is not a thing anymore, I started feeling really nervous. And I was like, why am I so nervous? This is standard run-of-the-mill thing I'm about to do here. And then it just occurred to me, I'm like, I wonder if I'm picking up on her. So I said my little prayer. I said, God, if this is her energy that I'm picking up on the nerves, thank you for this information. Now I know that she's nervous, and I will handle that appropriately, but please take this feeling away. So guess what happened? The feeling dropped away. And after we were all said and done and her hair was done, remember, she was cool as a cucumber. You couldn't have read any sort of fear or anything on her. And afterwards she was like, oh my God, I love it, I love it. I was so nervous. I was so nervous coming here. I couldn't even tell you. And I was like, I already knew. Now, I didn't say that to her, but I was like, yeah, I already knew because I picked up on those nerves. That's an empath, okay? So we pick up on other people's stuff and we feel for them. So if somebody else is sad, we want to help their sadness. If somebody else is in pain, we want to help that pain. If somebody else is suffering or hurting, we want to help ease that for them. So those are the type of things that is what an empath or an energy reader is. And the third type of sensitivity is what I call personality sensitivity. And what that means is that you take a lot of things personally. I know that's hard to hear, but it's something that you really need to investigate, because sisters and brothers, you are here because you want to soar in life. You're looking for answers. You're looking to heal this pattern that you've been in, this pain that you're feeling. You're done with suffering and you want an answer. And since we can only change or control ourselves, it's important that we look within and say, am I taking everything personally? Turning off my seat heater. And if we are, then that's something that we need to work on. So what does it mean to take things personally? What it means is you view the world as a threat. You view the world through the filter. Keep in mind, it's a filter, it's a lens. It's like you put glasses on, okay, that changes the way you see things. People who are personality sensitive are the sensitivity where someone says something and you make it about you, okay? And even if they didn't mean it like that, even if they didn't even think anything of it, or dissing you or hurting your feelings wasn't even on their radar. Maybe it's just their normal speak, the normal way they talk. But we take every little thing personally. Okay, so an example is, I don't want to use names in this one, but okay, I'll just use it. My dad, but I won't tell you who the other person was. So my dad was a very, very simple man. And my dad's highest value was money and income and saving, and just his values are centered around money. We have 7 values, and money is one of them, or 7 values that we can choose from. Money is one of them, and that is where my dad focused. I'm going to make another video on values very soon because that's important too. And so he would ask us things like, or values and vehicles. He would ask us things like, family members, like, so how's your job doing? How you doing at your job? Because he wanted people to succeed. He wasn't judging. My dad did. I've never once, ever, not even in private conversations, heard him judge one of my family members about anything they were doing. He doesn't judge, but he also is not the rah, go you either. But this one particular family member used to come up to me and just, she'd be so mad and she'd be like, your dad always asks me how my job is. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of all he talks about. And then, or he'd say, how's your car running? I mean, this was just my dad. He just wanted to know those 2 things. It was kind of, once I had grandkids, it was like, how's the kids? That became a value of his too. But basically, my dad's not one to sit around and shoot the shiz about whatever everyday topics or how people are feeling, or, his grass is coming in nice in the backyard. I mean, that's not my dad. This is how he talked. But this particular family member took high offense to that. I later learned, I already knew at that point, I was like, well, she's got something wrapped up in that, because that's not something that bothers anybody else, but she's got something wrapped up in that. And what it was is that she put an extreme amount of her worth on her job performance, where she was working and how that looked to the world. So my dad asking that touched that wound in her and made her view him as the enemy. So why do we talk about what I'm calling personality sensitive? Because we could be causing drama in our lives and in our relationships that we don't need to. It's the lens we are seeing things through. Now, I'm not going to say it's super easy to locate those lenses right away. This is going to take some self-inquiry, because we're really going to believe that person is a jerk. We're going to go, oh, no, I know that person is a jerk. But if you happen to be an energy reader or an empath, really sit with that for a minute and feel that person's energy of what they just said to you. Did they really mean it like that? Were they really trying to diss you? I mean, it really was just a question. See what I'm saying? So, if you are feeling that sensitivity is running your life somehow, or maybe you don't know, you just feel like, all the time, like there's too much stimulus coming at you. No matter where you're at on the spectrum of understanding your sensitivity, I really hope that this video spoke to you, because breaking things down into bite-sized pieces that we can understand truly helps us on our empowerment path forward. Now, I always disclaim this. If you find something about yourself, let's say you're personality sensitive, okay? You take things personally, everything everybody says makes you feel bad about yourself, or makes you think they don't like you, or whatever. If you've got that sort of sensitivity going on, the main thing I want you to remember here is don't attach shame to it. This does not mean there's something wrong with you. I'm pounding my leg with my hand. This does not mean there is something wrong with you. You're a human being. You're part spirit, you are part body. You are part spirit, you are part ego. Okay, we're here, we got all kinds of fears and weird crap that we're dealing with. We got wounds that we acquired, back in our past and up through our lives. These are things that we all have and that we're working towards to heal so that we can have better life and relationship experiences. So don't shame yourself. Please just look at it like this. I can see where I did that. I remember when I started practicing not shaming myself, my life started to change, because I just started looking at things that I was discovering about me as it's just a thing. It is no indicator of my worth, and it is no indicator of your worth. Also, if you notice something good about you, it doesn't make you higher than anybody else either. Our good stuff, our bad stuff, it's all the same. It is no indicator of our worth. Our worth is built in. It's there. We are worthy children of God. If you are okay with that term, we are deity individuated, as Neil Donald Walsh likes to call it. Okay? We are little aspects of God ourselves. We are divinely whole and perfect. And we're having a human experience. So it's going to look messy sometimes. Let it be okay. Get out of the shame rat race. Get out of that shame buffer. Shame, which is only going to attract more yucky into your life. All right, you guys, I hope you got a lot from this today. Give me a big thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed this. And also, please hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed this video, because I love to make these for you guys. And I like to know that you're out there and you're waiting for it, okay? So hit that subscribe button so that you, and the bell, the little bell icon, because that notifies you, I didn't know this until recently, notifies you of newly uploaded videos. All right, you guys, leave a comment, ask any questions you want, share your ahas with me or epiphanies, and I will respond back to you. So much love to you. Mwah.